So now that you've seen the whole drill, I'll try to explain each section of the drill part by part. The drill starts out by the attacker doing a haymaker, which you then step in and stop. You intercept it with the chamber of a knife hand guarding block. You then flow from the chamber of the block into a knife hand strike. And in this instance, in the flow drill, the knife hand strike, it connects. And this explains why you go for the next technique of the drill. From the previous technique, you feed your arm under the opponent's armpit. You turn and do a nulliu maki, a downward block. And this locks his shoulder, making him bend forwards, and you do an open-handed strike. You can also use a spear hand thrust, or you can use the spear hand thrust motion to force his head down. In the drill, this does not work, so the opponent does a haymaker punch to attack you again. This you intercept with the chamber of the Jebi Pum Muk Chigi, and then you pass to the other hand, which becomes the high block part of the Jebi Pum Muk Chigi, and the knife hand strike goes to hyperextend the opponent's elbow. Immediately you do a upchagi, a front kick. You change your hand, the hand that holds the opponent's arm, and you strike down his center line. After which you take your hand that you struck his center line, you grab his upper body. This is to ensure you keep your balance in the next technique, which is a knee strike, which is the chamber of the side kick. You then do the side kick towards his kneecap, and you place your foot down and you do a knife hand strike to the neck. At this point, the form shows you what to do if the opponent blocks your knife hand strike. You step out to the side and you clear the limb by doing an outward block. You do a front kick and then you sit back down into dvitkubi or back stance to really stretch out his arm. And the inward block that follows the outward block and front kick combination is then slammed to hyperextend the opponent's elbow. In the drill, we pretend that this doesn't really work or do anything, so the opponent again attacks with a haymaker punch, which as you did previously, you blocked or intercepted with a chamber of the Jebi Pum Muk Chigi. You clear the limb, you hyperextend his elbow, you do a front kick, you place your foot down front in long front stance, and instead of using the back fist, the Dongchumuk Up Chigi, you use the same motion, but you feed it over the opponent's arm and use your whole body weight as it comes down into the long front stance to really wreak havoc on his elbow joint. Immediately from there, you just feed it under his arm to lock his shoulder. So it's a very similar application of the nulliu maki, but this time it's the unmaki. You change your position, so now you're standing in an upsagi as in the form. You strike his head with your free arm, and we pretend that this doesn't really work, but it will work. And he does a haymaker punch, which you then step in, you block with the chamber of the first Momtom Anmaki, which is the first technique in the last combination, and you follow up with 2 additional strikes.